kotse ba? Feel kotse na. Dito sa Pilipinas, kilalang-kilala ng mga Pinoy ang Toyota bilang matibay at maaasahang car brand, bukod pa sa extensive model lineup nito. Pag merong nagbabalak bumili ng sasakyan at nagtatanong kung ano ba ang magandang piliin, syempre, laging kasama ang Toyota sa listahan. Pero sa mga hindi nakakaalam, hindi lang limitado sa Pilipinas ang Toyota effect dahil malaki ang papel ng Toyota sa automotive history worldwide. Not bad for a company that started out selling automatic loom machines, di ba? I'm Stanley Chi and this is Phil Koch's top list of 7 best and iconic Toyota cars that changed the world. Before we start, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon below and be the first to see our latest video content. At para lagi kayong updated sa full specs, latest pricing at news tungkol sa mga tampok na kotse dito, don't forget to check out our Phil Koche Car Guide. Just click the link in the description below. Umpisahan natin sa Corolla and I'm sure walang hindi nakakakilala sa modelong ito. Introduced in 1966, it spans over half a century of existence with 12 generations to its name, second only to the Toyota Crown. Nagsimula bilang subcompact model with rear-wheel drive at may iba't ibang body configurations tulad ng sedan, hatchback, liftback at station wagon. The Corolla was the first Japanese family car to have front disc brakes for improved stopping power and safety. Pero kung inaakala niyong pampamilya lang ang Corolla, think again. Naging successful din ang nameplate na yan pagdating sa motorsports, starting with the high-performance Corolla Levin or Levin noong 1972. At syempre, I'm sure pamilyar kayo sa Initial D media franchise kung saan nagsisilbing hero car ang isang Toyota Corolla AE86 Sprinter Trueno. Minamaneho ng bidang talaga namang anak ng tokwa. By the 1990s, wala ng rear-wheel drivetrain ng Corolla. Pinalitan ng front-wheel at all-wheel drive. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pag-refine ng Toyota sa modelong ito. Kaya naman, ang Corolla ang naging benchmark para sa compact sedans na pilit sinusundan ng iba. Pero hindi pa rin matibag. At one point, nagkaroon pa ng diesel Corolla. Pero ngayon, kasama na sa electrification trend with a hybrid option. The Corolla is the best-selling car in the world, having reached the 50 million unit sales milestone in 2021. Kung merong Corolla, meron ding Corona, tulad ng binanggit ko kanina. Mas nauna pa ito sa Corolla, representing Toyota's line of mid-sized luxury cars produced since 1955 with 16 generations to its name. Sa Crown, nanggaling ang pangalan ng mga naunang sedans ng Toyota, tulad ng Corona at Corolla, or Little Crown sa Latin. Kung napansin nyo na by now, ang Crown ang longest-running passenger car nameplate ng Toyota. Sumikat ito sa Japan bilang government vehicle, police car, company fleet unit at maging taxi cab. Bukod kasi sa iyayamaning itsura nito, maganda rin ang interior space at ride quality. Kumpara sa mga kasabayan nitong naka V6 engine noon tulad ng Mitsubishi Debonair at Nissan Cedric Special, the Toyota Crown was the first mass-produced Japanese car to have a V8 engine. Tulad ng Corolla, sari-sari rin ang naging available body styles ng Crown, ranging from hardtop, coupe, and station wagon to an 8-seater custom wagon and even a pickup model. The 13th generation Crown was the first Toyota vehicle to come with noise cancellation technology and also first in the world to use a collision avoidance system with millimeter wave radar. For the 16th generation model, nauna nang i-release ang Crown Crossover this year. This will be followed by the Crown Sport, Crown Sedan, and Crown Estate in 2023. Sabi nga ni Toyota President Akio Toyoda, magiging available ang Crown worldwide for the first time in history, makakarating sa 40 countries and regions. Next is the 2000 GT, serving as Toyota's entry into the sports car segment in the 1960s. Collaboration model to with Yamaha at ginawa para baguhin ang imahe ng Japanese cars noon na matipid lang at practical pero boring. Considered as the first true original Japanese supercar, dinisenyo ang 2000 GT bilang fastback coupe na kayang makipagsabayan sa Jaguar E-Type at Aston Martin DB5 noon, with a 2-liter 6-cylinder engine rated at 148 horsepower and 175 Nm of torque. The 2000 GT was the first Toyota to use rack and pinion steering, as well as the first Japanese car to come with a limited slip differential and all-around power-assisted disc brakes. Lumabas din ito sa James Bond film na You Only Live Twice, cited as a very successful example of product placement. Dito lang nagkaroon ng roofless version dahil lumusot daw ang ulo ni Sean Connery sa soft top habang nagsushooting. Sobrang limited lang ang nilabas na numbers ng 2000 GT, 337 regular production units to be exact, bago kinansel ng Toyota ang modelo by 1970. Naging successful din sa motorsports ang 2000 GT, winning the inaugural Suzuka 1,000 kilometers race in 1966, as well as the 24 hours of Fuji and the Fuji 1,000 kilometers races in 1967. Bukod pa dyan, 13 World FIA or FIA records ang naset ng 2000 GT for speed and endurance sa Yatabe High Speed Test Track in 1966 over a 72-hour period. Uy, munting patalastas lang. If you want the hottest promos and deals for brand new cars in the Philippines, punta na sa philcoche.com. Sing-init ko ang mga offers doon at garantisadong makikita mo ang affordable dream car mo. Number 4, syempre ang legendary na Land Cruiser. Ito ang longest running model series ng Toyota. Nagsimula noong August 1951 bilang Jeep BJ. Naririnig ko yung tawa nyo, ha? Pinangalanan itong Land Cruiser ng Toyota in response to the Land Rover ng England. At dahil na rin umalma ang Willys Company na gumawa ng original Jeep na di umano'y trademark violation daw ng Japanese automaker. Talaga namang tumatak ang Land Cruiser sa kasaysayan dahil matibay na, maaasahan pa, thanks to its ladder frame chassis and four-wheel drive train. Nagkaroon na ito ng convertible, hardtop, station wagon at cab chassis body styles. Nakakasampung generations na ang Land Cruiser, divided between the more rugged, off-road-oriented and luxurious, comfort-oriented models. Hindi pa rin matatawaran ang reputasyon ng Land Cruiser worldwide. Kasi naman, bukod sa private use, ginagamit ito ng agriculture sector, NGOs, humanitarian organizations at national armies. Perfect talaga sa pagpunta sa mga liblib na lugar, whatever the driving conditions and weather. Kung mapapansin ninyo, ito rin ang vehicle of choice ng mga insurgent at paramilitary forces sa ibang bansa. Kasi nga, bukod sa matibay, readily available din ang spare parts. As of 2019, umabot na sa 10 million units ang naibentang Land Cruisers ng Toyota sa buong mundo. Malakas pa rin ang demand para sa SUV na ito. Paano ko nasabi? Yung latest J300 generation na nilabas last year, up to 4 years ang waiting time. The next models I'll be mentioning are all underpinned by the Toyota Innovative International Multipurpose Vehicle or IMV platform, starting with the Hilux midsize pickup. Take note, wala pang IMV platform ang Toyota at the time na sinimulan nito ang Hilux noong 1968 as a joint project with Hino or Hino. Galing sa mga salitang high and luxury ang pangalan ng Hilux pero luxurious lang naman itong maituturing noon kumpara sa isa pang Toyota pickup model, the Stout. Alam nyo bang ang pinakaunang Hilux 69 horsepower lang ang output galing sa 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine nito? Now you know. Eventually, napalitan naman ng mas malalakas na engine choices such as the 2-liter and 2.5-liter options. Sa third generation model, unang nagkaroon ng 4-wheel drivetrain at diesel engine. And by the 6th generation, naging dual purpose na ang pickup na ito bilang workhorse at lifestyle vehicle. The 7th generation model marked the first use of the IMV platform for increased interior space and load capacity as well as the first time that the Hilux was assembled outside of Japan. Sa Australia, best-selling 4x4 ang Toyota Hilux for the last 10 years as of May 2022, bukod pa sa best-selling car noong 2017. Next is the Fortuner midsize SUV released in 2004 and developed in Thailand by Toyota's Thai and Japanese engineers. Tigda dalawang klase ng gasoline at diesel engines ang kasama nito noong unang nilabas, bukod pa sa flex fuel option. Drivetrain choices were either rear or four-wheel drive, part of its positioning as a more affordable version of the Land Cruiser. Mabenta ang Fortuner hindi lang sa Southeast Asia, kasama na ang Pilipinas, kundi pati na rin sa ibang regions tulad ng Australia, India, Russia at Middle East tulad ng Egypt at Saudi Arabia. Hindi naman nakakapagtaka since bukod sa capable na off-roader ito gaya ng Land Cruiser, kayang-kaya ding magsakay ng up to 7 occupants sa loob plus cargo. Sa Pilipinas, nagsimula ang Fortuner noong 2005 with the second generation release, becoming the best-selling car in our market in 2017. Puro diesel na ang engines na offer dito, wala ng gasoline. Pero kung akala ninyong wala nang ilulupit pa ang Fortuner, merong nakaisip sa Pakistan na lagyan ng CR ang likod ng SUV na ito. Perfect para sa long drives na wala kayong makitang stopover para magbanyo. Last but not least is the Innova MPV with the name derived from the English word innovate. Positioned ito as the more upmarket version ng Tamaraw FX Revo AUV at masasabing game changer dahil pinakita nito na posible palang magkaroon ng modern features ang isang people carrier tulad ng airbags, anti-lock brakes, throttle by wire at variable valve timing. Mahigit 140,000 units ng first generation Innova ang nabenta ng Toyota sa Pilipinas. Senyales ng pagtatapos ng AUV era sa atin dahil pumasok na tayo sa MPV era. Napilitan tuloy mag-level up ang mga competitors ng Toyota sa paglabas ng sarili nilang MPV models with comparable features. Pero dalawa ang naging standout qualities ng Innova: ang pagkakaroon ng rear-wheel drive at availability ng diesel option. As of the second generation Innova sa Pilipinas, diesel na lang ang exclusive engine option, bukod pa sa locally assembled ito. And that wraps up Phil Coche's top list of 7 best and iconic Toyota cars that changed the world. I'm your host, Stanley Chi, ang inyong senpai ng turbuhan na nagpapaalala sa inyong lahat na i-follow ako sa mga social media accounts ko. Meron akong sariling YouTube channel, youtube.com/StanleyChi. Mag-subscribe kayo ron at tulungan niyo akong magkaroon ng 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Siyempre, makinig kayo sa aking podcast, Underpaid with Stanley Chi, sa Spotify and Apple Podcast. So paano ba yan? Kita-kits tayo sa next video, dito lang sa Phil Coche. Bye-bye! Thanks for watching! For the latest news, reviews, and anything you want to know about cars and car ownership, visit philcoche.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify para hindi ka huli sa usapan. Tandaan, kotse ba? Phil Coche na!